Peace. Good day to everybody out there. To see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And I'm gonna say make as money as you can. That's today's topic. Make as money as you can possible. And what that means to me, in other words, is get as healthy as you can. Or as I like to say, wealth is health, so get as wealthy as you can. Because your wealth is your health. So what I mean by that is we should be thinking about what we put in our mouth every time we eat. Every time we drink something, we should be thinking about what we're drinking. Every time we put something in our eyes, as far as what we're viewing, we should be thinking about what we're viewing, whether it's YouTube, whether it's television, whether it's whatever, daily life, the friends that we choose to hang around with. What that means is what we choose to listen to, we should be thinking about what we listen to, whether it's cool, calm, relaxing music, or whether it's rah-rah, shoot your mom up, this, that, fuck your bitch and all that kind of music. We should be thinking about what we put in our eyes, our ears, our mouth, and just our mind. Because true wealth is true health. Steve Jobs showed us that having all of those billions of dollars couldn't save him from dying. We're all going to die. But to die that soon when you have that amount of money is ridiculous. To die that soon when you have any amount of money is that ridiculous. And I say that amount of money because he had the billions. He had the money to buy his own farm and produce his own foods that weren't tarnished, that didn't have all the pesticides, that didn't have all the herbicides, insecticides, and any other chemicals that they decide to put on these foods that we're eating nowadays. Even if he wanted to continue to eat meat, he could have raised his own meat and gave the meat or the animals the proper food, so if he decided to eat those foods, he wouldn't be as impacted as if he was to eat some meat off of a shelf that had all types of cancer or hormones injected into it. So your wealth is your health. And let's back up. We should be making as much money as we possibly can, meaning we should be getting as healthy as we possibly can. It's ridiculous to see certain times where family members, they don't want to take your information. And when you show them that it's working for you, they inquire about it, which is cool. But you don't have to lie to me about what you're doing when I'm not around. And then when I come around, you're still doing the same old crap. It's kind of defeating the purpose because you can't lie. I can't lie to y'all. Only person I'm lying to is myself. I come on here talking about health most of the time when I come on here, or eating the right way. And if I'm not doing that when I'm not on this camera or when I'm not in front of other people, only person I'm lying to is myself. That's it. And it shows up in your skin. It shows up in how you present yourself. It shows up in a lot of different ways on what you're putting in your body. And what you eat is one of the best forms of self-respect. What you put in your mouth shows how you respect yourself. And like one of the brothers used to say, when you were eating crap, you're committing a delicious suicide. We don't want to just jump off a roof because it's too painful. We don't even know what it feels like. We think it's painful because we may not live. Or we may continue to live, excuse me. Or we don't want to hang from a noose. We rather just eat dead animals or processed foods, or foods with a lot of salt and oils because it's delicious, not knowing that we're committing a delicious suicide. So, today we would just want to speak about making as much money as we possibly can. And making as much money as we possibly can means getting as healthy as we possibly can, to me. Because making a lot of money and not being able to enjoy it is not a good look. I'd rather be able to enjoy what little I have with as much health as I have on this planet. I don't want to live to 100 years old and spend the last 25 to 30 years of my life going through whatever chemo treatment or dialysis or, in a nursing home or bedridden with all this kind of money, to hire all the best people around me to come and help me live my life so my family can enjoy the reaps, the fruits of my labor. That's cool and all, but it's not cool. It's good for them, but for you, it's not good. So I want to be in good quality health while I'm here, so I can help those around me and enjoy what I have without being bedridden, without being in a nursing home, without having people come in to take care of me because I can't do for myself. What's the point? What's the purpose of having all that money if you're not in good health? That's something to think about. Because we'll take care of these cars. We'll take care of these houses. We'll clean our cars once a week. We'll clean our houses, but we won't clean our bodies. We won't let our digestive system rest and go on a solid food vacation, maybe do a juice cleanse or a smoothie cleanse. We won't do any of these things, but we'll clean our house. We'll have a cleaner come clean up. We'll do our laundry once a week. We'll change our bed sheets once a week. We'll clean our car, the inside and the out of that. But we will not take the time to clean the inside of our body. 30, 40, 50 years of doing dirt to your body and won't let it rest and give it the real spring cleaning. You know, every quarter, Dr. Iris Latam, he says every quarter, I like to do a cleanse of 3 days of just juice. Every Sunday, I like to do just a juice cleanse. This is what he said. And every year, what age I am, when it's time for my birthday, so if I'm 35 days before my birthday, I do a juice cleanse and I break it the day of my birthday. I think that's a good ritual. That's a pretty solid ritual. I used to do water fast every Sunday. Juicing is a lot easier than water. And I thought about implementing that into my lifestyle. Every quarter, 3 days. So basically every spring, winter, summer, and fall, when those days come, the 21st of March, the 21st of June, the 21st of September, the 21st of December, do a 3-day juice cleanse. All right? Every Sunday, a juice cleanse. Every year, if I'm 30 this year, I do 30 days before my birthday, and on my birthday, I break the cleanse. That is giving your body the chance to regroup and get itself in order. Because when you're digesting your food takes most of your energy. And every time we eat, it takes away from healing. What are we trying to heal? I mean, at the end of the day, when we're brought into this world, we're on our way to death. That's just the reality. We all have an expiration date. And the more we put into our body, the more wrong things we put into our body, the more we're lessening that time. Essentially, the more wrong things we put into our body, the more we're lessening that time. The quicker we're coming to our expiration date. So if we can take a rest on top of eating good foods, we're doing our body a lot of justice. And you may say, damn, see, you going bald. I've been going bald for a while. And I've stopped and slowed down the process. I probably stopped it now because I've changed the way I eat. Because my hair was like this back in 2017, 16. And now we're in 2025. And you mean to tell me that my hair was like this back then and it hasn't continued to keep, like my hair it's not falling out anymore. This was years of abuse of my body on top of stress that I put myself through. A whole bunch of goddamn prison time. And now that I've changed my way of eating, I have slowed and stopped that process. I'm not here, I won't say that Batana didn't help, but I've been putting Batana on my head since 2020. 2020, I started putting Batana on my head. And it hasn't brought my hair back. I'm not saying it's not helping, but I think that it's it's putting Batana on your head and not changing the way you eat. It's just like smoking a cigarette while wearing a nicotine patch. You're defeating the purpose. So Batana, coupled with eating the right way, I do wholeheartedly believe that my hair will grow back eventually. It starts from the inside and it works its way out. So we should be trying to make as money as we can, meaning we should get as healthy as we possibly can by eating the correct foods. And the foods are so tarnished nowadays. The grapes, they got so many pesticides and insecticides and herbicides. It's so much chemicals on the grapes. When you get them in, it's like white coating on them. The plums, when you look at the plums, when you get them out of the store, it's white coating on them. Apples, they got wax on the apples. Everything has chemicals on it. When you get the lettuce, and everything looks the same. In the garden, you got holes in your lettuce. And in the garden, you got holes in your kale. In the garden, you got holes on your callaloo. You don't have any holes on none of your vegetables in the store. Everything looks the same. Every mushroom looks the same. All the portobello mushrooms look the same. That's not how it grows in nature. So we don't know what they're putting on these foods in order to commercialize and capitalize, because capital, let's not kid ourselves here. The bottom line is what's important to these folks. So whatever they're putting on the food to make it all look the same, the Swiss chard, all that shit looks the same in the stores. It's all the same size. What are they doing to the foods that is possibly harming the inside of our bodies? So yes, we do have to give our bodies a solid food vacation. Because it doesn't matter what you eat. You can be eating watermelon every day. You still might need a break. Now, maybe not watermelon. That's very, very watery, high water content. So we understand that. Okay? But things like, eating pears, plums, peaches, that may be okay as well. But some of that stuff still gets stuck in your system. So you may not need as long of a vacation from the food as you would as if you were eating a lot of salads and high fat content foods like nuts and seeds and nut butters and olives. You may, and a lot of roughage with the greens like kale. But, every once in a while to take a vacation on your food is not a bad thing. That's giving your body a break. When you're digesting food, you're taking energy away from your body. We know how it feels after eating a heavy meal. After we eat a heavy meal, we're ready to relax. We're ready to lay down. We're ready to take a nap. Why? Because now your body is going into trying to break down that food and causing your digestive system to overwork. I tell people my age, they don't believe it, especially when I cut my hair off. Now, you may look at me now and say, well, damn, this nigga got to be 56. I mean, maybe not 56, but you may think, but when I cut my hair, people think that I'm a lot younger than what I am. And I love to hear it. I mean, I don't feel any better because I already feel good about myself. But to hear it is just like, oh, thanks for the reassurance that what I'm doing is right. And even if I wasn't doing what was right, I probably would still have a certain kind of look to me, but it wouldn't be like this. It wouldn't be like this. I know it wouldn't. I know how I look when I'm smoking weed as opposed to when I'm not. I know how I look when I'm drinking alcohol as opposed to when I'm not. I know how I look when I'm eating cooked food constantly as opposed to when I'm not. So I know that this works. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Whether they say black don't crack, but I'm a firm believer that if white people was to eat this way, the white people that do eat this way, they do look better than what they would if they wouldn't. The Asian people that eat this way, they do look better than what they would as if they wouldn't. Hispanic is all. It's all, or Latino, or whatever you want to call it. It works for all of us eating high water content foods. It works for us all. There is no one size fits all lifestyle out here. So I'm not going to go that far. But I will say that high water content foods works for us all. Whether you want to mix it up in variations, a lot of plums might work for me. Or pears might work for me. A lot of apples might work for you. I mean, look, papayas might work for you. You see what I'm saying? So, listen, we should be making as much money as we possibly can. Which means we should be getting as healthy as we possibly can. Because time is the most important currency. Your time. Your time is the most important currency. And when we equate money, we always think of a dollar bill. No, currency is time. So how long are you going to extend your currency, which is your time? How can you do that? By eating the correct way. Well, what is the correct way? High water content foods. Stop eating dehydrating foods, which is drying out the body. That food takes a lot to process and digest. You heard? So, that's what I'm going to leave with on this message today. Your wealth is your health. Take care of your body. If you take care of your wealth, you'll take care of your health. Time is the most important currency. And with that, everybody have a good day. It's hump day. I'm not doing no humping today, but I wish I was, but I'm not. But anyway, everybody have a good day and enjoy the rest of your week, or enjoy the rest of your strong, because there's nothing weak about what we do or what I do. There's nothing weak about what I do. I like to be strong, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. So have a good rest of your strong. Peace.